All right, everyone. Today we've got a slightly different activity. You guys are probably sick of watching me draw on a virtual whiteboard. So today we've got an activity that we are going to do to explore the surface area of a sphere. And this is one of the cooler formulas, I think, in mathematics. I think it's very cool how it plays out. So wanted to just show you guys just a little exploration that we can do before we get into the actual mathematical formula. So for this activity, you will need several things. First thing is an orange. You can use an orange, you can use a grapefruit, a clementine, a tangerine, whatever. As long as it is a round fruit that you can peel. You have to be able to peel it. That's important. So yeah, I've got an orange here. You'll need a knife and a pair of scissors. You'll need I'm using a wooden, like a kebab skewer, but you can use any long, thin, sharp object. You could use a coat hanger, you could use a pencil. I know they also make metal kebab skewers as well. So anything that's long, sturdy, skinny that you can poke through the orange will work. So you'll need that, and then you'll need a marker or a pen or a pencil or something like that. And then I've just got a few sheets of paper here. You will also need those. And then underneath, I've got some paper towel so that I don't make a mess. I'm sure your parents would appreciate that as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we want to measure the diameter of our orange. And that's what we're going to use our skewer for. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to stick this into one end of the orange. Remember, the diameter goes across a circle at its widest point. So we want to make sure we're at the widest point. Stick it all the way through until you see or feel it poke out the end there. You can see that, hopefully. And then pull it back through so that it's just barely touching the edge. And now the length of the skewer that is inside the orange is the diameter. So I'm going to mark that. I'm going to mark that on this skewer with my pen. See right there. And then simply pull it out, set your orange aside. We'll get to that in a minute. Now we've measured the diameter of our orange, as you can see there, marked by the black dot. So next thing we're going to do here, I'm going to move my utensils off to the side here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw several circles with that diameter. And so this is where, if you have a compass, that would come into play here. I don't, so I'm just going to try my best to freehand some circles, but I would highly recommend using a compass to draw your circles if you have those. So I'm going to pause the video for a little bit and draw several circles, and then we'll continue. Okay, we're back. So I was actually able to find a circular object in my house that had the almost the exact diameter. I found this little pot. So I actually used that to trace my circles, which ended up being very helpful. But I thought I realized I forgot to show you the best way to draw these. So if you can see my little diameter mark on my stick there. The best way to do this, I found, is to trace that line, trace that length on your paper, and then with your compass, I'll use these scissors to kind of show how a compass works. You want to find the middle of that. You want to find the middle of that line, and then set your compass length so that it touches the edge. And your compass normally it would be holding a pencil or a pen right here, and you would just stick the point in the middle there, and then extend it around, or rotate it rather, around that line just like that. The scissors don't work super well, but you get the idea. That's how you would draw these circles with a compass. Okay, so now we are going to explore the surface area of this orange as it relates to these circles that, remember, have the same diameter as this orange. So next thing you want to do is you want to peel your orange. And as we peel our orange, be thinking about the fact that the surface area of the orange is going to be represented by that peel. So make sure that when you're peeling it, you end up with nice clean chunks. That's why I like to use this knife. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cut along here, and I'll end up with nice even strips of peel that we'll get to in a moment. So I'm going to pause again, and I will peel my orange, and then we will come back. All right, now that we've peeled our orange into nice little segments, the next thing we're going to do is take your scissors, and I've got a pair of kitchen scissors here. Those work best if you have those, but regular scissors will work just fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut up these pieces of orange peel and see if we can get them to fill in our circles on the page here. So you'll need to do a lot of cutting, right? Because these are, obviously not circles. But the goal is to get these to fill as many circles on here as possible. So what I want you guys to do is pause the video, and cut up your orange peels and see how many of these circles you can fill with them. You might be surprised at what the answer is. So pause the video right now and do that. Okay, so hopefully you've cut up your orange peels, and I will do the same now, and we will see how many of these circles we can fill. That one can go right there. Now let's see. Do another little cut there. Looks pretty good. I'll put this over here. That one overlaps a little bit. I'll make another cut there. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you were successfully able to fill several circles with your orange peel. So, as you can see, it's not pretty. They don't line up perfectly because the peel is actually three-dimensional, and we're trying to fill two-dimensional shapes here. But as you can see, the peel covers exactly 4 of these circles, and so that is one of the more interesting things, in my opinion, about geometry, is this particular formula. So before you look it up, before you move on and look up the formula for the surface area of a sphere, see if you can infer what it might be, or see if you can guess about what the formula for the surface area of a sphere is. Keep in mind, the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Let me know in the comments what you think the surface area of a sphere is, the formula, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.